bar's got that swing. Glasses clink, hear the ice cubes sing. Liquid lunch, pour it smooth, let it flow. Friends round the table where the good times grow. Raise a glass, let the worry slip away. Liquid lunch, we're living for today. There's Troy laughing with his gin and a grin, telling stories about where he's been. Boomer's got whiskey, he's loosening his tie, chasing dreams under a midday sky. The bartender knows us, he's mixing with flair. Every sip's a moment we're happy to share. Liquid lunch, pour it smooth, let it flow. Friends round the table where the good times grow. Raise a glass, let the worry slip away. Liquid lunch, we're living for today. The clock don't matter, we're lost in the vibe. Jazz in the air, feel the soul come alive. From martinis to bourbon, we're riding the wave. Stealing this hour, it's the freedom we crave. Sun's still shining, but we're in our zone. This bar's our shelter, our temporary home. One more round before the world calls us back. Savor the moment, keep the blues in the rack. We'll laugh and we'll toast till the afternoon fades. Memories made in these liquid escapades. Liquid lunch, pour it smooth, let it flow. Friends round the table where the good times grow. Raise a glass, let the worry slip away. Liquid lunch, we're living for today. So here's to the daylight, the drinks and the fun. Our liquid lunch, till the next one comes. With a wink and a smile, we'll be back real soon. Chasing that jazz under the high noon.
Salute and welcome. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Netter, just Netter. You're the only one that I'm seeing here in the chat right now. Of course, letting me know that I am the love of her life. And so that, of course, for me is quite enough. She says, like, share, subscribe, and become a member. But of course, if she's just talking to herself, she's already got all of that covered. She is a member for life with me. There you go. There you go. I appreciate you so much. There she is. Lynn comes in. Oh, no, I'm here too. I'm here too. Okay. Good. So, yeah, make sure you hit the like button. So what a week. What a week. Mark Melnikoff has alluded that we've gotten some not so great news about a friend of ours. Very prayerful for her, but it's bothered us. It doesn't look good. I think I mentioned on an earlier stream this week, I'm supposed to go to the doctor today, later on this afternoon. Been having some chronic pain that I want to get diagnosed if I can. So that has not been very pleasant. A little bit of a challenging stream last night over on Netter's Network. Some technical issues and getting our guest up to speed on this modern technology of the streaming and the essentially it's a conference call is what these these live streams with panels are. So that was a bit stressful. I super appreciate everyone who was here last night, or actually I should say there on Netter's channel last night, who was very patient with us as we were trying to be patient with our guest. It was a brutal one. I wish I had kind of started on this last night. That might have helped me calm down a little bit. Doing some stuff in another window. I get it. I understand that. You are multitasking. And that's perfectly fair, because that's Liquid Lunch. That's what it's meant to be. You hang out with me while you're having your lunch in the middle of your work day. And by work, I don't necessarily mean an occupation. I just mean, whatever your day entails. You've got to take a break for lunch, right? But some people take working lunches, so you're still working while you're listening to the show. That's perfectly reasonable, perfectly understandable. Thank God it's Friday, Liquid Lunchers. I like that. Liquid Lunchers. Joe's Atmosphere, great channel. Make sure you're following him on all of his platforms. Salute to Deleted Scenes. Good to see you, my friend. Super, super appreciate you. And Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips, you could, he's got a birthday coming up. So a great gift for him would be to make sure that you are subscribed. You hit that notification bell for his channel, and you are subscribed on all of his platforms. He's trying to grow that green machine over there. So make sure you check him out over there. Listening in from work while I have a moment. See, that's exactly what I was talking about. Working and listening. Totally understand. That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. So we've got our quorum, so we can go ahead and get started. I am not drinking the drink of choice for the day. I will mix that up tonight. In fact, truth be told, I haven't put the vodka on ice yet. We have some freezer space issues, so I've been limited on my freezer space, but I do have to get the vodka into the freezer so that I can make myself a good Bloody Mary. I have not seen Superman. I have no plans to. In a stream earlier this week, I said why I wouldn't be but tonight, Friday, last call, join us and we will be talking more about the movie, more about why I'm not seeing it, and kind of bring you the Cliff's Notes on all the scuttlebutt surrounding this movie. There has been a great deal. And give me just a second. I got behind the scenes stuff going on over here too. Must be here. Nope. Oh, Netter maybe wasn't talking to me. She was talking to Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Never mind. No, it was deleted that she was talking to. Okay, sorry about that. Speaking of Mark Mechpol, eat your vegetables. I am, and pickled ones at that. Canned fish and bagels and cream cheese. Careful there. You might be getting back to your Jewish roots. It sounds like. I'm joking, of course. That's not a bad thing at all. It's not a bad thing at all. But yes, eat your veggies, and we're going to talk about those veggies. And so anyway, getting back to it, I am not drinking my drink of choice. I will talk about it though. Because it's what I am planning on for tonight. I was thinking, should I do a Superman-themed drink? And I've done that before, and I've never found one that I really liked. I have generally done something on a green theme for the whole. You saw Greedo in there, did you? I am working on a video, a Star Wars toy video. It probably will not be ready until the holiday season, because There is a pre-order I've got in that doesn't ship until September. But I'm going to start shooting B-roll for it. Something to look forward to. A little bit of nostalgia, a little bit of modern toys, and a little bit of fans doing the best work. So something to look forward to for Life Day. But let's get to the topic for the day. Share. And yes, I know I'm not sharing sound because you don't need sound. You can already hear me. Why did this not pop into the little sharing section? Give me a second here. Let me readjust this a little bit. See, we're real high tech here and real professional. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk the history of the Bloody Mary. And I don't mean the urban legend. Did a last call on urban legends where we talked about the legend of Bloody Mary, but we are going to talk about the drink. This is not a sponsored stream because, even if it was, YouTube does not allow sponsorships by alcoholic beverages. I have come to find out very recently, which I find very, very disappointing. This is specifically from Silver Circle. I don't know this company. I've never tried their products. I probably never would because I do not drink pre-prepared, canned drinks. I've tried them a couple times, never found one I liked. There, publisher perish. I got tired of having it not posted because I couldn't find all the stats. Premier Defense Directive document up at my DeviantArt. So make sure you check out Lynn's DeviantArt. In fact, Lynn, you may not have a blue wrench, but you should be able to drop the link, at least as far as text goes. It won't become a clickable link, but you should be able to drop the text for it. So why don't you drop the link to your DeviantArt to share, and then maybe one of the blue wrenches can pick that up and turn it into a link. And one of which would be, of course, Connie Cleary. Welcome. Good to see you, Connie. Glad you're here. Okay, so let's get into this. The history of the Bloody Mary. And I'm reading this for the first time with all of you. So, every classic cocktail came from somewhere. Whilst the origins of some are lost in the midst of time, the moment of invention of others becomes a story passed from bartender to customer forevermore. Some origin stories are widely accepted, others hotly contested, but whatever the truth, these invention stories give context, history, and cultural significance to our favorite drinks and help them on their journey to become iconic. So who invented the Bloody Mary? The Bloody Mary cocktail has several origin stories, but the most widely accepted claims that the Bloody Mary is 100 years old. This year, that makes me wonder, when was this article published? I don't think it says. It would have been nice if you'd have told us what year you're writing from, writer. Oh, well. Anyway. 100 years ago, and for that reason alone, it's a story worth retelling. The story goes that a young bartender named Ferdinand Petoit, I don't know, invented the Bloody Mary at Harry's New York bar in Paris in 1921. At that time, Harry was a hangout for U.S. expats seeking the familiarity of an American-style bar in the days of Prohibition, and it became popular with many stars of the day, including Humphrey Bogart, Ernest Hemingway, and Rita Hayworth. In the early 1920s, Russians escaping the revolution, I gotta learn to read, I really do, were arriving in Paris and bringing vodka with them. The Americans brought canned tomato juice, which was sold on menus during Prohibition under the name tomato juice cocktail. I don't know about at the time, but I can tell you because of my research into modern food regulations here in the United States. Whenever you see something that says something juice cocktail, that means that it's got that thing in it, but it's also got other things in it. So when you see cranberry juice cocktail, that generally means it's got other fruit juices in it. Tomato juice cocktail, it's got other vegetable juices in it. V8, for example, is probably the most famous vegetable juice cocktail. And from that unique combination of imported flavors, the Pinoits, and that's how I'm going to go. I may be wrong, but I'm going to go with it. Addition of spices, lemon juice, and seasoning, the Bloody Mary was born. Some stories suggest that the Bloody Mary was named after a server named Mary who worked at the saloon bar called the Bucket of Blood in Chicago. Others claim it was named after Queen Mary Tudor of England. No one knows for sure, but as Prohibition waned, the drink took off in America and the name stuck. The rest, as they say, is history. I have my doubts about the Mary Tudor connection because it's not that old a drink. And why 100 years ago would they be specifically thinking about Mary Tudor when naming a drink? It seems very unlikely. The Bucket of Blood makes more sense. And it could tie to that urban legend that I alluded to earlier. But anyway, be that as it may. The Bloody Mary hangover cure. I wonder if they're going to mention the hair of the dog that bit you. Over the years, the Bloody Mary has become known as a hangover cure, though its classic combination of poison, alcohol, and remedy, tomato juice, and has, through its classical combination of poison and remedy, and has developed a unique status as a lunchtime cocktail. These days, 100 years after its creation in Paris, the Bloody Mary is central to brunch culture around the world, and it's this association with the social aspect of meeting with friends and morning after for food and drink that we find it so appealing, is what we find so appealing about it. It's a very refreshing drink, right? It is like a liquid salad with a bit of alcohol, you know. And obviously a Virgin Mary is just however you make your Bloody Mary without the vodka. There has always been a morning after the night before, and there has always been the search for the elusive elixir that will stave off the dreaded symptoms of the inevitable hangover. The Bloody Mary is the closest we have got to such a potion. With its perceived restorative powers, replenishing the body and aiding recovery the next day. It has a strong association with friendship and the supportive group mentality of surviving the pain and the morning after together. It is often consumed at a time where the bonds of friendship are sealed among the reminiscing of the night before. Although it probably wasn't created to be a hangover cure specifically, it is this reputation that has shaped the Bloody Mary into the cocktail we know and love today. In a way, the Bloody Mary has taken ownership of its own story, but the 100-year anniversary is as good a reason as any to celebrate with one this year. My question would be, how do you know the exact anniversary if you don't know the exact origin? Just saying. I'm going to say about 100 years. The ultimate Bloody Mary in a soup can. This is where it pivots into its advert. Our contribution to the Bloody Mary culture is to take it and put it in a can to make it easier for you. Yeah. Black garlic vodka has a bold roasted garlic nose. Actually, that sounds like it would be a good addition. So one of the things about the Bloody Mary is that it is a tomato vodka. At its core, it's a mixture of tomato juice and vodka, right? But you put some lemon juice in there to cut, to equal out the acidity between the tomatoes and whatnot. So, okay, fine. And you want to give it a little bit of spice, so it's got some flavor to it, right? A lot of people use black pepper. Some use a dash of what do they call the Tabasco? A dash of Tabasco, which basically means you're throwing some hot red pepper into it. Some people use a horseradish, a little bit of horseradish. I like that idea of using horseradish. The problem that I have with it is it tends to settle out at the bottom, which I don't care much for. So often it is served with a stalk of celery, which you can use as a swizzle. So yeah, there you go. My internet went wonky there, missed a few seconds, came back. Troy was looking at my last comment. Yes. So what you may have missed is drop the link for your Deviant. What is it? DeviantArt? Yes, DeviantArt. Drop the link for your DeviantArt. And if it won't let you drop the link, then space it out so that it's just text, and one of the blue wrenches will turn it into a link for us. Vodka, the first alcohol, because all alcohol was invented in Russia. Pavel A. Chekhov. Yes, that's exactly right. We'll have to talk about vodka another time, but the legend is that Russians, whether they invented vodka or not, I think that's kind of stretching it, because it really is a distillation of pure alcohol that you can do from any grain, or in the case of Russian vodka, legendarily, potatoes. So the goal is always to keep these streams under an hour. I am very bad at doing that. And especially on Fridays, to keep them under an hour, because my expectation is that you are trying to get your day wrapped up so you can get to the weekend. So I want to be as sensitive to that time as possible. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and jump to the promos. That's where I usually put it at the middle of the stream. That'll give me a chance to refill my drink, and then we'll come back on the other side to look at how to make a Bloody Mary. See you in just under 3 minutes.
You are watching Liquid Lunch, streaming every weekday at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Let's sip together.
This week on Saturday Night at the Movies, we have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada as Big Al presents The Last Starfighter on Films with Friends, Saturday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
Every Sunday evening, Aged Boomer and Papa Pacelli bring you the rundown of the week's geek news, or at least what they think is interesting. You may have heard about it somewhere else, but Boomer and Pacelli put a spin on it you likely won't hear anywhere else. It's Geeky Geezers, every Sunday evening at 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
This week on Live from Sparkwood in 21, an actress begins to adopt the persona of her character in a film as her world becomes nightmarish and surreal. Join us as we watch the first half of David Lynch's Inland Empire this Tuesday at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern on Deleted Scenes and Affiliates.
Just why is Servalan bound for Sardos, a planet in the outer darkness of the galaxy? And is it worth Avon risking all their lives to find out? It's Moloch, this Tuesday on Last Call Presents Blake 7 at 10 p.m. Central, 11 Eastern.
It's Thursday night, and Netters Network talks to the streamers who have everybody talking. It's Thursday Things, Thursdays at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Netters Network.
We now return to our liquid lunch.
And we're back. Welcome, welcome. Fletcher Williams, I Suck at Games channel, says, Soup in a can? What's happening? I was talking about, as we were looking at that history of the Bloody Mary, it's like they started on a note from history and didn't build on it enough. So just a reminder to those of you that aren't old enough to remember, before you got all of your juices in, if you go far enough back, the only way you had juice was to take your vegetables or your fruits or whatever and juice them yourselves, literally squeeze the juice out of them yourself, which is a bit laborious. So, with the Industrial Revolution and all that sort of thing and mass marketing of foods, juicing with big industrial machines started happening. And how is that delivered to you? Nowadays, it's delivered to you in big plastic jugs. I don't like plastic. I don't like the BPHs that leach into our juices and foods. But that's a side note. Before that, before plastic was invented, yes, plastics are a relatively recent invention within the last 100 years. Prior to that, it was canning. It was various metal containers that were boiled. The contents were boiled, and then it was vacuum sealed to preserve them. And soup was a very, very common thing. And juices as well, just much larger containers. And you would open them with a special tool that you would, cut a hole into one side for pouring and another small hole on the other side so that it equalized the pressure so it would flow. And that's how you would pour out drinks. And that's how tomato juice started coming out about 100 years ago. You'd get all the tomato juice you wanted as well as cans of tomato soup. So that was the correlation that they were drawing there to explain. Let's see. We did not get flooding in our area, Fletcher. We did have a lot of rain yesterday, though. But we're in a really good place as far as flooding goes. Knock on wood. We haven't really gotten any flooding since we've been living here. Vodka, the famous Tratnan spice that Klingons love to use in their Rokeg blood pie. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. I've made numerous Rokeg blood pies before, and I'm thinking about trying to use vodka in it this year. See how that turns out. It might actually be pretty good. The ones have excellent taste. I'm told. I don't drink alcohol, that is. Quote of Dracula there. I do not drink wine. Smash the like. Make sure you are subscribed, and please consider becoming a member. Thank you so much, Fletcher. I super appreciate that. I prefer juice in a can. There's a give and take. Right? Especially when you're talking about something that's acidic, like tomato juice. That acid up next to a metal starts leaching some of that metal out, and that gets into the drink as well. What most people don't realize, and it's true with sodas are also very high in acid and start to eat through the can. Sodas, almost all juices, almost any metal can has a lining of plastic inside of it. It's true. So even if you think, oh, well, I'll just go with a can to get away from the BPHs, it's still in plastic. And you generally don't even realize that. There's videos on YouTube where people take like soda cans and put them into an acid that eats away the metal, and what's left is literally the plastic the plastic lining ballooning the soda inside of it, and eventually that pops and the soda comes out. Hail Jeff B, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. But who mistakenly thought Clamato was a good idea? There has got to be a story behind that, because the idea of clam juice and tomato juice, there's actually something to that. You also have to keep in mind that there are people that eat raw clams. I've tried them. It's like taking a mouthful of ocean water. It's just not appetizing to me, in my opinion. I recall reading canning came about in the 19th century. Union soldiers had canned foods in the Civil War. Yes, Union soldiers did have canned foods in the Civil War. Many of those tins were opened with the little key that came with them, which I know Hormel and Spam and whatnot had well into the 70s. But I don't think it started in the Civil War. It started overseas in France with Napoleon, I think. Somebody double check me on that. Have to get back. We'll catch the second half later. No problem. Good. Rain is good. My tomato and zucchini plants are huge now. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. I use soda at work to clean the stainless steel sinks. Yes, that is a good use. So Lynn and her two siblings go through several cans a week. There you go. So let me get to the recipe here. And this is right. I'm just literally reading right from my video description here. So 1.5 ounces of vodka, 4 ounces of tomato juice, 1/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice, 2 dashes of Worcestershire sauce, 2 to 3 dashes Tabasco or hot sauce, depending on your preferred level of spiciness. I do like that this particular recipe connotes hot sauce as being separate from Tabasco sauce, as though Tabasco isn't hot. It's not. But then again, most hot sauces aren't. Pinch of celery salt, pinch of black pepper, and ice. So moisten the rim of a tall glass, like a Collins glass, with a lemon or lime wedge. Then dip it into the celery salt or a mixture of salt and smoked paprika for a seasoned rim. I like that. That actually sounds really good. Combine ingredients in a mixing glass or shaker. Add vodka, tomato juice, lemon juice, Worcestershire sauce, hot sauce, celery salt, and black pepper. Mix well. Fill the mixing glass with ice. Instead of shaking vigorously, generously roll the mixture back and forth between 2 glasses or a shaker and glass to chill it without breaking up the ice crystals too much. Strain the Bloody Mary over fresh ice into a prepared glass. Common garnish includes celery stalk, lemon or lime wedge, and pimento stuffed green olives. Other popular garnishes include pickles, pickled green beans, asparagus, cocktail onions, cocktail shrimp, a strip of bacon, I like that idea, cheese, or even a small sandwich according to a bar above. So there you go. That actually sounds really good. And what I think that when you read that description of how to make it, I think what they're getting at is they're going for that garden freshness, right? It is a very refreshing drink. Even the whole thing about mixing it over ice, not breaking the ice crystals up too much, pouring it over fresh ice. You guys all know I am not really big on shaken drinks with ice unless there's a good reason for aerating it. I don't like my strong drinks, on the rocks unless it's, actual, whiskey stones, which are made from, actual stone that you keep in the freezer. They don't melt, but they still impart their coldness. That way you don't dilute your alcohol. Dilution of the alcohol in this particular instance is appropriate because it is a refreshing drink. And if you're going to use it as a hair of the dog that bit you, a hangover remedy, you definitely want the water in it. And to be honest, if you are suffering with a hangover, hold the vodka, because that just adds to what is causing it. Go ahead and have all the veggie juice you want, a little bit of lemon juice. I would definitely recommend, instead of garlic, using ginger and a splash of water. In other words, just replace the vodka with water the morning after is what I'm suggesting. Maybe I'll do a stream another Friday about, hangover remedies and talk about those. I think I most certainly will. And I'll tell you the science behind how they work as well. So, Big Al says, sorry I'm late. My aunt and cousin visited. Well, that's great. Bloody Mary. A few dashes of Old Bay. See, boom, right there. Old Bay, and I don't remember all the spices that are in Old Bay, but I know there's black pepper in it, there's red pepper, and I believe there's paprika, all of which were mentioned in the ingredients list that I just talked about. I'm sure there's probably even celery salt in Old Bay. These are all spices that seem very appropriate to fish dishes as well as to a Bloody Mary. But obviously it's getting at the idea of something that would be good for breakfast, lunch, something salady like. I think, so if you think about it, the idea of having shrimp, it's thinking along the lines of a shrimp cocktail, just like you would have a shrimp cocktail. It goes really well with the Bloody Mary. Cheese, I guess I get, because they're thinking like tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich, how we associate those two things. So I kind of see that as well. And it also mentioned a sandwich. So I would say go with the grilled cheese, or a deluxe grilled cheese where you put a slice of tomato on it, You know, maybe a bit of lettuce. No, not lettuce, because you can't grill that. No, I just go with a slice of lettuce on that grilled cheese sandwich. Great show again. Thank you. Well, thank you, me and my monkey. I super appreciate that. That is really great feedback. So that is the whole and the other thing too. There was a lot of options mentioned there, right? You can go with lemon juice. You can go with lime juice. You can go with different spices, or you could take them out. For example, we use very little black pepper in this house anymore because Netter's got a strong sensitivity to it. So, like, I would not put black pepper into my drink and then say, here, try this. Tell me what you think. If I'm going to have her try it, I can't put any black pepper into it. But I absolutely will be putting some Tabasco into it. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Bacon or grilled cheese on a grilled cheese sandwich. And in the drink. Yeah, so they mentioned. So last year I had a Bloody Mary, and instead of because I did not have any celery at the time, I put 2 Slim Jims into it. I think that's appropriate too. So you're kind of getting the whole idea of there's purposes to drink. There's just like they. And some people get real pedantic about it. Oh, you don't eat fish when you're having red wine. You have white wine with fish, and you have red wine with red sauce pastas and with red meats and stuff. That's going a bit far with it. But what I'm talking about is what is the general feel of the drink. And this is a drink that is very vegetable juice heavy, very refreshing, and if you hold the alcohol, honestly, it is a perfect lunch drink. There's no doubt about it. Alcohol is fine, in moderation. We always say that, which also brings something to it. Not a good morning after remedy. Just saying. Welcome, Curtis. He's on his lunchtime now, and I am kind of winding it down right now. So that is the Bloody Mary. A lot of options there. You can have this, you can have that, you can have this garnish, you can have that garnish. Remember, that's always the case with your drinks or with any recipe, right? You're the one that's got to eat it. You know the people you're serving it to. Tailor it to them. First time you make something, go by the recipe. Do it exactly by the recipe. And then evaluate it and say, you know what? This could use a little bit more Worcestershire sauce. This could use a little more Tabasco. You know what? I didn't like the Tabasco. I'm going to back off on the Tabasco. Maybe a little more lemon juice. Whatever the case is. I don't like celery, but that bacon idea sounds good. I like bacon, but maybe not in my drink. That'll make it soggy. Whatever your take is, you make it your way, because, like I said, you're the one who's got to drink it. And I will be drinking a Bloody Mary tonight at Last Call, where we will be talking about a movie I don't plan to see, and that is the new Superman movie. I will tell you all the people that I follow that have done a review of it, including Big Al of Big Al Presents. In fact, those links will be in the description for the video. I will give a brief idea of the general tone of each of those reviews, because one of the things I'll be getting at is how everyone is all over the place with their opinions on Superman. So that will be tonight. Myself, Netter, and Aged Boomer for Last Call, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. And Jeffrey Schuster joins us at the very last minute. Good to see you, sir. Hope you hit that like button and subscribe. You're going to have to rewind to catch the video, because otherwise you're going to be completely lost as we are ending the stream now. But the weekend is just beginning. Thank you, everyone, for being here and sharing your lunchtime with me. Whatever you're drinking, I hope you enjoy it, and hope to see you tonight at Last Call. Take care, everybody.
Goodbye. Hope to see you again real soon.
So here's to the daylight, the drinks and the fun, our liquid lunch, till the next one comes. With a wink and a smile, we'll be back real soon, chasing that jazz under the high noon.